Hey, good morning. It's July 2nd, 2012, just before noon, and it's 91 degrees here in central Iowa. I'm Todd Clausen, technical agronomist. This is Monday Morning Alert, brought to you by Bloomgren Seed. And I am just south of Ogden this morning, this late morning, and getting a lot of questions on what is the impact of this current weather condition on a crop that's already compromised from a shortage of water. I'm trying to bring you as far into this field as possible and still have it be conducive to what we want to do here today. And what's the negative impact on a corn crop like this is hard to tell. Is it 1% per day when leaves are rolled up tight? Is it 3% after tassel? You know, there's a lot of those concepts out there and those theories, and for me to offer anything like that would be purely speculation right now. In a couple of weeks I'll have a lot better idea, and I simply apologize because I don't think it's prudent to go out on a limb and think that we're cashing this crop in. But let me give you an idea of what's happening physically and physiologically today in a plant. You've got leaf area rolled up. As I pull a leaf, here's one as an example. It's rolled up, right? So it is reducing. It's reducing its leaf area, so it's less exposed to the sun and to a south wind that we have today. It's created a tube, as you can see, and inside that tube, the humidity in that microenvironment is higher. So the higher the humidity right next to that leaf surface, the less gas will exchange from this leaf to the atmosphere. Now remember, the atmosphere demands a gas exchange from the plant, and it demands it exchanging water. So H2O leaves this plant as hydrogen and oxygen and exchanges with the atmosphere the carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide then is fixed in this plant, and it creates the energy or the sugar load that energizes this entire plant. But as this plant creates a tube around its leaf area, creates a higher humidity level, and there's less gas exchange because the concentration gradient between the atmosphere and the leaf gets less and less, and there's less exchange. I hope that makes sense. So stage of growth. As I look at this particular farm, and it's really up and down because there are some real stress areas as I look around me. But there's a half a leaf. There's a full leaf. There's a full leaf, so that's two. So I'm 3.5 leaves before tassel on this particular plant, okay? So with that said, 2 days per leaf, I'm 7 or 8 days from going to full tassel. What's happening underneath of it, as I get into the ear shoot area, ear shoots are yet to really pop out on this. Got one. So way down here, there's an ear shoot. Okay? This is going to move extremely rapid. It's a real complex, cool little formula on how this works, but this is going to be your ear. Inside of this ear shoot today are glumes, and all of the kernels, potential kernels on this ear were formed, and they were formed 5 weeks ago at V8 and V9, and we have corn now at V18 to VT and even to R1 in some places. But it's becoming really reproductive here in just days, as those potential kernels around this ear shoot are going to become embryos, and those embryos are going to give rise to silk. So you're in a very critical stage of reproduction, and we're under some pretty heavy stress, at least right now. Okay, so what's the impact of that? There's no way I can speculate and give you a figure. I can't give you a 2% per day. I can't give you a 10 bushel. None of those things I'm going to offer today. I just can't. But that's what's happening today. We've placed products on farm. We feel that our root systems are still in really good shape. Those DeKalb products that are out there on your farm have proven to have great drought capacity. They have really good root system capability, and hopefully that we're digging down and we're getting to whatever moisture may be there. So have some reassurance with the fact that you've placed products in the right spot on your farm for all the right reasons. Okay, but in a week and maybe 2 weeks, we'll have a better idea of what this impact of this heat stretch, because there's really nothing in sight until probably Sunday, will have an effect on our crop for 2012. So until that point in time, hey, here's hoping you get some reprieve and you get some rainfall out there. And for Bloomgren Seed, this is your Monday morning alert. I'm Todd Clausen, technical agronomist with the Calvin Asgrow, July 2nd, 2012. Thank you.